Hey guys, welcome to this episode of Driving with Jack. Well, I should say sitting on the couch. But reason why we're sitting on the couch today is because last minute I drove the Silverado, the Grey Goose as we call it, and I don't have the camera holder. So as I'm getting ready to go cook, I decided to sit down and use my old tripod, which would fall over in the truck as I'm driving. I decided to take a minute and shoot this real quick video, and that way we'll call this the Driving with Jack episode, even though it's not really Driving with Jack. Anyway, so you might find this interesting. Just on a side note, this is actually one of the places I shoot a lot of videos, on this couch. But you don't get to see a lot of this stuff behind me because I put that Jack's Business Talk logo and all that stuff using the backdrop that Zoom allows me to use. Okay, so back to our regular scheduled video. Now that we're done with Biscuit and Gravy Land. Alright, so what I want to talk about today with you guys is why I am no longer going to use a home inspector when buying properties. And if you haven't seen Lumberjack Landlord's rants about them lately, go check them out, because a lot of what I'm going to say is repetitious to what he's been saying. Except I am talking about my own personal experiences. So every time that they find something, it's always go consult an expert. Go consult an expert. I have one home inspector on one property, Buffalo. They cost me between $10,000 and $13,000 in missed stuff that I can't touch them for, because it's like, oh well, I'm covered because I worded it like this and you didn't consult an expert. No, you just surely missed it because you didn't do like I asked. So that was that property. The second property, they missed a giant crack, which led to foundation issues. Was now I had to put a giant retaining wall in to try and hold the whole thing together. And on this one, they missed other stuff too. And like, they didn't say anywhere in the report that there was insulation thrown on top of knob and tube wiring, so it's going to overheat and has to be completely ripped out and started all over again, because once you start screwing with it, you have to take it all the way back. And they missed the whole fact that the electrical panel has to be redone, and the cap is old, and so basically from the cap to the electrical box, and 2 runs of knob and tube had to be replaced. Now I found an easier way to work around it, but still, why was this stuff missed? So from now on, I am no longer using a home inspector. I'm going to hire an electrician to come in. I'm going to hire a roofer to come in. I'm going to hire a general contractor to come in and look the place over with me. And we're going to hire a plumber to scope the drains out and stuff with. And that way I have quotes and ammunition to go back to the seller with, because I am not doing this again. It is a waste of time. There's too much stuff that's missed. Hire the experts in their arena and ask them to give you their opinion on what needs to be done. And that's really all I have for this episode of Driving with Jack. If you'd like to see me do a longer form of content on this, leave a comment down below, because I can continue on this topic for much longer. In fact, I'd like to have a couple guests on if they'd like to come on and talk further in depth about this. So until next time, thank you for tuning in to this episode of Jack sitting on the couch.